ladies, thank you so much for making time for me. Before we even start this, what part of the country are you in right now? Of course, I'm speaking from Toronto. Where are the both of you right now?
We are in Vancouver, BC. Yeah.
How is Vancouver doing? Because, of course, we're all dealing with COVID-19 for the last 13 months. How's Vancouver been handling it? And how have you two been handling it? You, your family, friends, how's it been going?
Well, Vancouver, I mean, our cases were pretty low for a really long time, but they've kind of steadily increased. Unfortunately. Luckily, we can still go on lots of nice walks.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, we're all kind of just trying to stay outdoorsy and just.
Yeah. I think they just changed the limit to 10 people outside. So that'll be nice for spring and summer to be able to see a few people that we haven't seen for a long time.
I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I was literally before we started this, and we were both saying, because we always like to do like maybe once or twice a month, go out for breakfast or something, and hoping to do that. I don't know, maybe some folks from Toronto are coming over to you guys and ruining things for you, because you guys probably have heard we've got some numbers that we're trying to bring down, but some people listen, some people don't. So you just never know, though. But the good thing is, while we're dealing with this pandemic, you guys are putting out great music for us. Congratulations on that. How does it feel, though? Without getting to talk about the song too much, because we're going to get into that in a second. But knowing that your music is helping so many people in this tough time.
I mean, that's like all you could really dream of doing what we do. The idea that your music could be reaching out and like touching someone or bringing someone up or anything during these tough times that none of us could have predicted really, would happen. And yeah, so that's really all you could hope for as an artist to really, yeah.
Well, you're putting out this great music, but what was it like though when you're looking at the rest of the world that's happening? COVID-19, Black Lives Matters. You look in the States with the U.S. election, what was going on there? The Capitol being, overrun. The terms Kevin, Karen now, people know what you're talking about. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, get a needle, don't get the needle. So many crazy things have been going on. How did you guys handle your mental health to still be able to put out great music?
Well, we do have our ups and downs, I think like everybody does. But writing music really did help us through this time, especially at the beginning of the pandemic. We did a lot of Zoom co-writing, and that's how we made our next album that's kind of on its way now.
Oh, you just gave us a little nugget here. We've got an album coming, so we definitely got to talk about that. But I want to talk about first the love of music for the both of you growing up. What was that like for the two of you? And how did you both know that, somewhere along the line, the sister love was going to go into the music love and the two of you would become a duo?
I think we kind of always knew. So our dad came to Canada in an Irish show band in the 1970s and would always talk about touring Canada and what that was like. And we were obsessed with it from a very young age. We'd get him to tell us stories. So like we would send our stuffed animals on a tour because we were just, we were so used to that idea because of his stories and just really obsessed with it and obsessed with music. So we kind of just always knew. It was just like an intuition we had that like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So there we go. And our parents are very supportive because they're both music teachers.
Yes. So I should say, as we speak, happy St. Patrick's Day, because as we speak, it's tomorrow.
It is.
So, yes. And just curious, can you guys do anything for St. Patty's Day because of bars being nothing? So
no plans. Just with maybe our household, which is each other.
Yeah.
So. Maybe we could go to a restaurant.
Maybe we'll just go get some like canned Guinness or something. I mean, that sounds gross.
Sorry, what is that?
Some canned Guinness.
Guinness, you said. I thought it was some new thing like sheep's brains or something.
Oh no. Well, you thought like food in a can. Oh no,
yeah. That's I guess you usually wouldn't call like that's like saying canned beer.
I suppose. Well, no, but it's just like Guinness in a can just seems like a sin. Like you need it on tap, like it's
yes, I absolutely agree with you on that. So there, no can Guinness. We're gonna put that out there right
We'll
now.
We can't stoop to that level.
Yeah.
No, we cannot do that. So when you two like, were you always like together singing, or were you singing separately and one heard the other? Like, how did that come about? I know being twins, you tend to do things together all the time, but how did that sort of form?
Well, I remember when we were younger, when we were really little, we used to want to have our own solo careers. And two identical twins having their separate solo careers. And my mom, I mean, our mom was always saying, like, guys, why don't you sing together? And we were like, no, mom, like, no way. We're sisters. So we thought, like, I don't know, we just wanted our own identities in that way, but we came to our senses.
Yeah, and we're like, oh, this is something we enjoy doing together so much. And yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, a lot of people I think get lonely doing it by themselves. From what I hear, like it can be a really lonely industry, and just having a best friend that you can kind of do the whole thing with, you know,
Definitely.
it's way better, I think.
You know, it seems like the music you guys do is the dance, pop, R&B, techno kind of genre, EDM. Why those type of genres worked perfectly for you guys?
Well, we actually started off playing folk music, and we still love to do that as well. But I think during the pandemic, especially, we wanted to write music that would bring us up. So we were really into the idea of writing
Some pop
tunes that would really bring up our spirits and like upbeat kind of material.
Yeah, and I think it's just a case like we love all genres, and like, you know, just in different periods of our life have felt drawn to different genres for different reasons. And I think that that's really cool, like experimenting with different things and like really kind of finding yourself artistically. So yeah, we were just like, we love pop music. We're like, okay, we really want to try doing this. And
I was gonna say, it sounds like you guys have found the perfect match, because what I've heard, amazing too.
Thank you.
And you guys have had some pretty cool hits too. In fact, one of the songs was written by a buddy of mine for a certain Juno Award winning group, Mariana's Trench, if I'm correct.
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And who is this person again?
Josh Ramsey.
Yeah. How did you two hook up with him, knowing the fact that as a songwriter, he's a Juno Award winner, a Grammy nominee. He's written a lot of hits for a lot of people and for his band too. And if anybody doesn't know Call Me Maybe, then they should not like be allowed to live, because that song was everywhere. How did you two hook up with him, and how did you get him to write music for you guys?
Well, yeah, he's on our label. So it was kind of just a case of like, we had mutual friends that kind of had been talking to him about working with us. And then, so he was like, okay, well, I'll reach out to them and we'll give it a try. And we did, and we worked so well together. Like we write very, very well together as a team. And it was one of our first co-writes that we've done, especially with someone that we didn't know. Now we know each other, but like at the time it was like, we just walked in and we wrote a song like in the first day, and it was just a really amazing creative relationship. So we're really happy about that. We've got like, we're gonna write lots more songs with him, we know for sure.
Definitely. Of course. What was the song that became a hit? Tell us again, please.
Ours is a Dirty Dancing.
There you go.
Yeah.
What was it like to hear that on the radio, and you know, people going, wow, these guys are damn good, I'm loving this?
I mean, it was nice when we released the song, because we got a lot of support from his fans as well.
Yeah, which was cool.
And so it was just it was nice. It was a lot of love when we released Dirty Dancing.
So this was done in what? You said 2019, right?
We wrote Dirty Dancing. Yes, we wrote Dirty Dancing in 2019, but
When
it only
came out.
It came out just in February.
Yes.
Okay. So and the reason why I'm asking this is because February of 2020 was just when we were starting to learn this pandemic was going on. So what was the original plan for you guys with the song coming out? And then once the pandemic happened, how did it affect your original plans?
It made it really complicated, because we had already had an EP called Everyone's a Critic that was finished that we were going to release, and that got kind of pushed back because of the pandemic, and just like the idea of like, oh well, we should wait till we're able to tour it, and then realizing that we can't. So then we released that one in the summer, and so that kind of pushed back our releases, because the ones we were doing with Josh we were planning to release after the EP. So you're always like 3 steps ahead of what's actually coming out.
So we actually only released Dirty Dancing February 2021.
Yes.
Like just last month.
So just yes.
Last month.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
month. So
Okay.
but it was written so far in advance because our plans just completely had to change
because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh man. So during the pandemic, musically, what were you guys feeling? Like, were you frustrated? Were you like, what the hell? Why now? Couldn't you wait until 2 years from now or something?
Of course, yes, because you work so hard on a project like our EP, Everyone's a Critic. We had spent like almost a year working on all the songs for that. And then it's just kind of like you feel like it doesn't quite get its best shot during the global pandemic because you can't tour, and but then the positive side is like we've really upped our social media game because of the pandemic, because that became the number one way of reaching people.
Absolutely, which is something that's going to be helpful in the future as well when the pandemic's over and when we can tour again.
Yes.
So we're happy we got to do that.
Okay, I'm just curious. Do you guys always finish each other's sentences?
Yeah, we got some telepathy thing going on here.
So yeah, it's not a cliche. We definitely have a bit of telepathy.
I love that. Oh my goodness, that's that. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so you got the song out in February. We're going through a pandemic, but you still get another single, the one we're going to talk about right now, that you guys end up releasing. Tell me the story leading up to this.
This one we wrote, actually, this is the most recent song that we wrote. We wrote it in the fall with our friend Kevy from the band Fake Shark. And we just loved it so much. Like we just pushed to release it. We were like, we had to release this as soon as possible. And we had already had Dirty Dancing on the back burner since the end of 2019. And we just decided, we're like, no, we have to hop on the disco wave and release this right now. So we're very happy we did.
Yes.
Okay, the name of the single and what's the song lyrically about?
It's called Taste for It, and it's kind of like, I would say, it's more of a dance song, and it's supposed to kind of make you feel like a badass, kind of, like I wish we could all go to clubs and stuff still and dance to it, but it's supposed to kind of like be sort of hypnotic lyrically and melodically. Yeah.
You guys picked the right time to do it because we are heading into spring very soon. And then after that, it's summer. So, the clubs might not be open, but the cars are going to be turning up the music and they're going to be blaring your songs too. You mentioned earlier our Nugget, an album or an EP. What's going on with this and what can we expect? What's the theme going to be of this?
Well, we're kind of at the moment releasing single by single. We have 2 more singles coming out in the next few months, and then we're thinking we're gonna release an EP album sort of thing, and then keep going from there, releasing singles and stuff. So
before I forget too, who's doing your music videos? Who's the director for this? Because I love what you guys are doing. And have you been recording these during the pandemic? Because if you have, brilliant what you guys have been doing, especially because knowing timing, certain times things are open, things aren't open. People are being very creative to create these videos. Can you talk a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, we've been doing our videos with Lindsay Blaine, and she's amazing. And we've done all the videos with like very limited groups of people. In our studio, I think we're only allowed 6. Yes. So it's very, they're a little bit low budget and just like a little bit, I don't know, like smaller productions definitely than what we were doing pre-pandemic, but it's been really fun. It's been fun being able to work with such
talented people. And it also makes you get a little bit more creative when your resources are more limited, kind of. You have to kind of like find ways to work around it. And that's kind of cool. I really do miss having like other people in our videos, because like your brain obviously dreams up like a more extravagant idea. Having to rein that in, I think it's like it makes you a little bit more creative about what you could make happen with the limited resources due to the pandemic.
No, the style reminded me of the Blurred Lines video. It's the same kind of backdrop, people doing their thing and whatever else. So, and they had a massive budget, but they still went in that style. So no, you guys are right on track. Speaking of track too, because we talked about the warm weather, what's going to happen with performances Is there a chance you guys are going to be doing shows, live shows? Drive-ins are slowly opening up. Will you guys be part of maybe drive-in shows? And of course, what we've been doing for the last 13 months, virtual performances. What's happening with that for the both of you?
Um, I think like we're just in the midst of starting to talk about that, like with our management and stuff. So at the moment, we don't really have much planned other than a virtual show on Canada Day,
Oh,
which
great.
would be cool.
Yeah.
But I think that we're gonna try and plan some more stuff, especially because we have so many releases coming out, and we really want to play some shows. We miss it so much, you
Yeah.
know.
I would love to see you both performing, especially what I've seen in the videos and what the music that I've heard. And you got Josh behind you too. So I'd love to see you guys opening up for Mariana's Trench. You know, that would be, I would love to see that. But, you know, in the meantime, like I said, we're all still going through a tough time. A lot of young people just are really confused and scared about their future because getting out of school and no jobs because people aren't hiring. And you know, it's not like when I was long ago in a time far away. What advice can you give the young folks out there that will hopefully keep them going and getting to where they want to once this pandemic will be over?
I think just thinking about the pandemic's inevitable ending is what really helps me, and I'm assuming you as well. Thinking that it will end. It kind of feels like it's going to go on forever right now, but in the meantime, all we can do is just stay positive and keep working towards goals, our goals. I mean, all of us young people.
Yeah, I guess just not losing hope because it can't go on forever. And whatever you're putting your energy towards right now, I truly believe will pay off when things regain some sort of normality.
Definitely. You know, I should have asked beforehand, but I'm gonna just throw this out there because I have been asking a lot of people this. What is your favorite mask to wear?
My favorite, let me think. I've got my fashionable masks, but then lately, I've been wearing my N95. Sometimes I even put my fashionable mask over my KN95. But that's usually
nice.
double
Fantastic.
masking. Yeah.
I'm doing the double masking too. Actually, I put on a non-fashion one over, and then over that one I put the fashion one on. So
That's the key.
got a style and profile. What about yourself? What are you wearing?
My favorite one, it has all these cute little butterflies on it, and
Oh.
it goes with all my outfits. So I actually don't even feel too bad about wearing it, which is nice. But yeah, sometimes I'll put on the N95 as well. Just depends on where I am. If it's outside, I kind of feel like it's fine just to wear the one. But if it's indoors,
You know you're gonna go somewhere really crowded.
Yeah,
Then I'll just slip on there.
I hear ya. Social media, the place to go. Where do we go to follow the both of you?
Oh, wonderful. Well, we're on Instagram and TikTok at Fionn Band. And then on Facebook, we're just Fionn. And YouTube is Fionn Music.
I gotta make sure I say that right. Fionn. Fionn.
Fionn.
You gotta say it quick. Fionn. Am I doing it right?
You're doing it a lot like better than most people. It's an Irish name. So St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. So it's like our last name in Irish, Fionn. But I don't mind.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it. Ladies, thank you so much for making time to do this interview with me. I'm really hoping that at some point when Mariana's Trench is touring and you guys are the opening act, you guys will come to Toronto and we can sit down and we can talk about this first Zoom interview that we've done together and talk about more music, EPs, albums, red carpets, all the great things that are part of your future. And like I said, I'm just hoping and looking forward to everything you guys are going to be doing in 2021. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you so much.
Be safe. Say hello to the family for me, and we will definitely talk soon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.